The Sig Sauer 227 is simply the 226 in 45 ACP. For those who aren't aware, the 226 has one of the most proven track records in modern history, made famous during the XM9 and 10 government trials when the U.S. Armed Forces were actively searching out a replacement for the 1911. Long story short, just about every major handgun company submitted at least one model for the government to test to its breaking point. Some of these tests included extreme hot or cold temperatures, extreme round counts until failure, mud, ice, and just about anything you could think of that would stack the odds against the mechanical device. In the end, even major players from H&K, FN, and others fell short of the mark. The two that passed the testing were the Beretta 92 and the Sig 226. Beretta won the contract due to their ability to provide a better price. However, some of the more elite branches like the Navy SEALs went with the 226, as the higher price was tolerable in smaller numbers. Fast forward a few decades, and Sig saw a strong following of the tried and true 45 ACP cartridge and decided to combine this with the solid 30-year track record of the 226 and produce one of the coolest 45 handguns on the market. The primary purpose of this firearm for me would either be a home defense or range gun. This gun is far too large and heavy for me to effectively conceal. That being said, the shootability of this gun was remarkable. The 36-ounce steel frame seemed to soak up the recoil of the 45 rather nicely, which resulted in the ability to quickly reacquire my target. I will repeat my sentiments on accuracy. This firearm is more accurate than about any shooter behind it. If you hear someone claiming that a modern firearm is inaccurate, there's about a 99% chance it has nothing to do with the tool. This being said, it shot wonderfully. The action is a double to single action, meaning that it is to be carried with the hammer down and therefore will result in a long and heavier 10-pound trigger pull for the very first round. However, all subsequent rounds will be in single action. The single action on this gun is very nice. It has a small amount of take-up followed by a crisp break of around 4.5 pounds. If this is a range gun, you can simply stick the mag in and rack the slide, which automatically puts it in single action if you're not a double action fan. If at any time you'd like to drop the hammer back into double action, it features a very smooth decocker that gently lets the hammer down to eliminate the possibility of the hammer striking the firing pin. The capacity is a 10+1, but they also offer a 14-round extended magazine. Sights are the well-respected Sig lights, which are a 3-dot tritium sight that glows nicely in low or no light situations. Tritium normally lasts around 10 years. After that, you may start noticing some dimming. Takedown is very straightforward. In fact, the ability to easily field strip the firearm was a prerequisite of that U.S. military to even consider it as a contender during the trials that they conducted. With this in mind, takedown is the same as the 226. As far as holster accommodations, normally companies beef up the frame for 45 ACP. However, this firearm should fit most of the holsters designed for the railed versions of the 226 and 220, known as the 226R or the 220R. In typical Sig fashion, they give us several models to choose from. This one is obviously in flat dark earth, however it can be had in plain black, which is referred to as the nitron version. They also make a carry model in the nitron finish. The SAS model is essentially a dehorned version of the pistol as to prevent snagging. It's very similar to the standard version. They pretty much just forfeited the pick rail. The Equinox is a super cool looking two-tone finish of brushed stainless steel and the nitron finish with nickel accents. The front sight on this one is a true glow fiber optic tritium coupled with the Sig lights for the rear. The tactical version comes standard with a threaded barrel, short reset trigger, an extra 14-round extended magazine, beaver tail frame, and suppressor sights. Then we have the TAC Ops version, which also comes with the 10 and 14-round extended mag, the fiber optic tritium front sight, forward slide serrations, and G10 grips with an integrated mag well. The price of this beautiful firearm is somewhere in the neighborhood of around $1,000 depending on what version you get. All in all, I was very happy with the 227 and I really can't complain on any front. If this is a firearm you were considering but wanted to know how it handled, I would bet that you'd be very happy with it. This is a great choice for those looking for a full-size .45. The one and only drawback for some may be the 10-round flush-fitting mag when other companies are producing a similar size firearm with a higher rounds count. At any rate, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave your mark in the comment section. Till next time, this is Palagi, signing off.